Okay, welcome back to another episode of Third and 23. I'm your host, Alex, here to bring you my week 9 college football picks and predictions. I'm going to go start with the Big Ten this week. I got two Big Ten games on tap. These are going to be the only two Big Ten games I do this week. But as always, I'm going to have other videos for other conference games, for other conferences games throughout the week. So before we get into that, I went 5-2 this past Saturday. So I said I need to bounce back from that 1-4 set I had the week before. 5-2, I would say, is a pretty good bounce back. Let me cover my face real quick because that Nebraska pick, hey, I don't whiff like that, but we're gonna call that one a glitch in the matrix. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyways, we're gonna kick this off with Nebraska at Ohio State. Ohio State 25.5 point favorite. So when you're looking at this game, there are two things now when you look at this game, when you're looking at Nebraska, there are two things that are plainly obvious if you watch college football. One, Dylan Raiola, the quarterback for Nebraska, is a budding star in college football. And two, if Matt Rule, the coach for Nebraska, wants any kind of success during Dylan Raiola's time at Nebraska, he's going to need to get into the transfer portal and get a bunch of quarterbacks and receivers who are up to Dylan Raiola's standard. Because right now, what he has isn't it. Those receivers are pedestrian at best. Nobody can get open against any defense with a pulse. Running back, we're in week 9. They still haven't decided on who their legit starting running back is. There's no legit bell cow in that backfield. They're using 3, 4 different guys to run the ball. It's not going to work. There's no game flow in that offense. So you're looking at that offense with those issues offensively. And oh, by the way, also on the defense side of the ball, they're a good defense, but against great teams like an explosive offense like Indiana, 56-7. Their defense is better suited for the Purdue's and the Rutgers of the world, as you see on the scores on your screen. So you're taking that pedestrian offense and you're going to match them up against an Ohio State team with NFL players on both sides of the ball. Their pass offense ranked 18th, rush offense 20th, pass defense 15th, rush defense 6th. When you're looking at this game, the question isn't, can Nebraska win this game? Clearly they can't. It's more about, can Nebraska stay within the 25.5 when you're looking at these numbers of Ohio State and how I just talked about Nebraska's skill talent. And oh, by the way, Dylan Raiola, the question is he healthy? He tweaked his ankle against Indiana, and it was the same ankle that he had an issue with earlier in the season, which I believe was in the Purdue game. There's a little bit of smoke out there, so you're aware. There's a little bit of smoke out there that Dylan Raiola might sit for this game to rest that ankle. That's another reason why I wanted to do this game now, because that 25.5 is definitely going to go up if Dylan Raiola is ruled out for this game. So now, can a potentially not healthy Dylan Raiola and pedestrian skill talent stay within 25.5 of a college football national title contender in Ohio State? The answer to me is no. I don't think honestly, I think Nebraska is going to get shut out in this game. And if they don't get shut out, I can't see them scoring more than 7. I see Ohio State dropping at least a 40 burger. Give me Ohio State in this one. I'm laying the 25.5. Moving on to our second game, Wisconsin or Penn State 6.5 point favorite on the road at Wisconsin. This game is in Camp Randall at night, so keep that in mind. So when you're looking at this game, similar to Ohio State, Penn State 29th in offense, 25th in rush offense, pass offense, right? 25th in rush offense, 10th rush defense. They got great pass defense numbers too. But when you watch Penn State play, the stats don't match what I see on the field the way Ohio State stats match what I see on the field. So when I look, so Penn State, you got to take a look at them and say, double click in. Let me see, take a closer look. Schedule. They open against a bad West Virginia team. Then they beat Bowling Green. Then they crushed on a horrible Kent State football team. And they really built these stats, some of these stats for sure, on the backs of those 3 teams. Their last 3 games, Illinois 21-7 defensive slugfest. UCLA 27-11 snoozer. USC looked like was gonna beat them. They seemed to be in control of that game throughout. Penn State rallied late and was able to steal that one, win 133-30. Credit to them. But Penn State has their issues though, and I think these last 3 games expose it. For starters, there's nothing on the outside. Tyler Warren, Penn State's tight end, leads this team in receiving with, I believe, 40 receptions, far and away the leader in receptions. And it's not bad having your tight end lead the team receiving, but in college football, it tells me, well, you don't got any talent on the outside. You go against Wisconsin, seventh against the pass. Ricardo Hallman at quarterback, at corner, he's legit. He's going to legit lock down one of these Penn State receivers. So that's going to take away one side of the field already. So I don't think Penn State's going to have very much success passing the ball in this game. Then you go look at the running game. If you're not going to have the success, now you're going to have balance, right? Well, at least can they at least run the ball? Since last season, I've spoken about this. Nick Singleton and Katron Allen, they just don't do it for me at running back. Okay, they look like the Ron Dane, the NFL Ron version of Ron Dane in college football, if that makes sense to you. These guys just plod along. There's no explosive talent. I just don't see it with them. So I'm not s- I'm I don't believe you're going to see much from Penn State's offense in this game against a Wisconsin defense that's given up 6, 7, and 3 points in their last 3 games. Not the toughest competition, but still pretty impressive. At the same time, Wisconsin's offense, you got Braden Locke settling into that quarterback role. He took over the role last year because of injury, and he showed moxie in game. I thought he had some talent to him. Is he a next level player? No, but for college, he's got some talent to him. This year, he takes over for injury again. He's locked in ever since the Purdue game. And at the same time that he's locked in, Tawee Walker has established himself as the starting running back bell cow type of this team. He's averaged 139 yards rushing in the last 3 games, and he's in a groove. Rutgers is not a bad defense. He almost had 200 against them. So I'm seeing more balance in my eyes. I think I see more balance in this game from Wisconsin side than I will see in Penn State side. And I think Penn State's going to legit have issues throwing the ball in this game. Probably going to be a low scoring game. Probably going to be a lot of moments where defense for both sides win out. But it's Camp Randall at night. You know they're going to be playing, jumping around, going crazy. Give me the 6.5 in Wisconsin in this game. I like this to be a tight game. I'm not saying Wisconsin's going to win it, but I wouldn't be surprised because Penn State is not a legit number 3 team in my eyes if you watch them play. They're ripe for an upset. But I'll take the 6.5. So give me Wisconsin 6.5. And as I said, well, that pretty much wraps up the video for the Big Ten games. And as I said, I'm going to have some other games for other videos for other games throughout the week. So if you like the content, please like, follow, subscribe, all of that. So you can see my YouTube handle here in a few seconds. Take care.